All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers, and welcome back to another video. This video is something I literally thought of at work today on the fly when seeing this tweet. Before I start though, if you are a Steelers fan or you enjoy NFL content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You know, I was thinking about putting the subscribe to not subscribe picture on here. I think I'm going to do it. Just look at it, guys. Like, hit that subscribe button if you're rolling. But all right, anyway, I had this idea at work today, spawned from this tweet. Steelers offensive coordinator Matt Canada tabbed as head coach candidate, which I mean we'll get to how crazy that is, right? But as you know, the Week 1 season is about to kick off. The Steelers are about to kick off and play their first game today. The Lions and Chiefs played for the first game, so football is officially back. However, the Steelers have yet to play a game, and so likely this is the last chance I will be able to get out my final thoughts, final predictions, final hot takes for the season. And so I wanted to do it. So not only am I going to make the, predictions and hot takes or whatever and just let you know how I'm feeling as of this moment, September 8th, 2023. I'm going to eventually react to this video and see if I was right in my feelings or see if I was wrong in my feelings. So hello, future Isaiah, if you're watching and you're leaving a comment. Hello, future commenter, if you want to, timestamp. This is like a time capsule? You ever seen that Nickelodeon time capsule? I think it's actually supposed to get open soon. Am I wrong? But yeah, so starting out, Matt Canada tabbed as a head coach candidate. Insane. This is an insane tweet to leave up here. I know you guys have just been seeing it like, what? And to be fair, I haven't read the article, and I'm not going to read the article because this is crazy. But is it crazy is the question, because as of September 8th, 2023, Matt Canada is back from the dead. Matt Canada has me very excited to watch the Steelers offense. Now, of course, it's not just Matt Canada. It is the Kenny Pickett's of the world. It's the George Pickens of the world. It's the Najes, the Jalen Warrens, the Darnells, the Pat Freiermuths. Like, it isn't just Matt Canada. However, we know Matt Canada has been getting absolutely hated on. We know Matt Canada, as of last season, was the worst thing since moldy bread. Like, the best thing since sliced bread. He was the worst thing since moldy bread. Everybody wanted him out. When we decided to keep him, it was like, what are we doing? We're trying to lose. Fast forward a whole offseason, a whole draft, a whole training camp, whole 3 preseason games. And now we're writing articles about Steelers offensive coordinator Matt Canada tabbed as a head coach candidate. So I'm not going to make this prediction of him being a head coach. Once again, if this is like actually true, if this is, if SteelersNow.com, if this is like legit, then shout out to Matt Canada. However, I'm not really focused on that. What I am focused on is I am excited for the offense. So I'm going to pull out, as you can see, the handy dandy notepad right here. One, excited for the offense. Look how fast I type. Excited for the offense / wanna see how Matt Canada does. I gotta free up storage space. Gotta see how Matt Canada does. Is that how you spell Canada? No, it is not. Canada. There we go. Excited to see, or / want to see how Matt Canada does. So that is the first thing. That is definitely the biggest question mark with our team as a whole, is what are we going to look like on offense? In preseason, of course, we came out flying. Of course, Kenny Pickett looked great. George Pickens looked great. Jalen Warren looked great. But we got to see how it actually looks in the regular season. Now, I'm reacting to this video, like the video I'm making now. I'm going to react to this at the end of the season. So I don't want us to, let's say, maybe stink it up against the 49ers. And it's like, oh, see, we're back. Matt Canada stinks. We can't use that game as the judgment mark. However, about week 4, week 5, if we're still looking like some trash, then yeah, Matt Canada, you fooled us, But as of right now, as of this very moment, I am actually excited to watch us on offense, and it has not been like that for a while. For a while, it has been literally the horriblest of horrible on offense. And I know you guys are feeling that too. We can try to hide it, try to mask it, try to disguise it. But Matt Canada is blowing you guys away too. And I don't know, we're all at Matt Canada. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. Matt Canada. We are all excited to watch you coach the hell out of our offense. And we're willing. I'm willing to, everything I said in the past, fuck it. If you want to forgive me for that, that's up to you. But me, I'm going to forgive you if we can just have a competent offense. If we can have a competent offense, you can go head coach anybody you fucking want, except for the Steelers, because we're not going to get rid of Mike Tomlin. But yeah, go ahead, be a head coach. Like if you got it like that, if Matt Canada does this, then hey, all power to him. Matt Canada becoming an NFL head coach, given the context we've had of this guy for the past 2 seasons, just absolutely insane. Like, I don't know what is crazier, right? If Matt Canada becoming a head coach, right, from the context that we have, Matt Canada becoming a head coach, or Kenny Pickett being a first-round draft pick prior to that senior season. We know what happened that senior season. He turned up and really rose up the draft boards. I don't think Kenny was going to be a first-round pick without that season. Probably still would have got in the league somehow, but I don't think a first-round pick. And so I don't know what's crazier, Kenny or that, because I did not see Kenny Pickett coming the way he came, pause. And Matt Canada, I didn't see this coming. Like, I knew we had the pieces. I've been saying it in video over and over and over again, that we have all these weapons, but we can't fucking score. It has to be Matt Canada is the problem. And so with that said, we got to wait for the regular season, but I am excited. Matt Canada, you're still on the hot seat. You're still, one or two mistakes away from, all this being discredited and is back to boo, Matt Canada. But for right now, I think you got a chance. Right now, I think you got it. Now, something else I want to talk about that I'm feeling right now before the season starts, which this is probably a less of a hot take, I guess. But I think our running game, I think the duo of Najee and Jaylen Warren, I think that is going to not only be the best part of our team, but I think it is going to be one of the better running back duos in the league. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my channel here. Go to a little self-promotion, 129 subscribers. I'm going to pull up my channel here because Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren, the best running back duo in the NFL. I'm not going to go ahead and stand on that, the best duo in the NFL. I'm not going to stand on that. However, I really think Najee and Jaylen Warren are going to be the focal point of our team. And I think our running game is going to be so good and we're going to be so excited that it's even going to take away from the Kenny Pickett praise that I'm gonna get to in a second, because I think Kenny Pickett's going to play really well this year too. But I just think our running game will be, all caps, legit. And then slash, I'm gonna throw this in here. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna leave it. All right. So our running game will be legit slash Jaylen Warren will get more snaps over time. What I really want to say is Jaylen Warren will become the lead ball carrier. However, I don't want to stand on that. I know just saying that, just like, it's like, oh, you hate Najee. Najee is the worst running back ever. So I don't want to stand on that. However, the EA app needs to restart now. Come on. Jaylen Warren has been one of my favorite players. As soon as I saw him in the preseason, I was like, man, this guy is legit. Two preseasons ago. And so I've been a Jaylen Warren guy. And when Najee was playing bad earlier, I was saying, yo, what's going on, guys? We got to play Jaylen Warren more. Fast forward to this preseason, and I think we're all in. I think we're all in on Jaylen Warren. And I think we're all in on Najee too, but we've been in on Najee. We've been in on Najee. So now I think we're all in on Jaylen Warren. And not Jaylen Warren over Najee, of course, but just the duo, just the fact that it's two. The fact that it's two, that's what I really wanted. That's what I should put there. The fact that it's two. If later in the season, if at the end of the season, I'm wrong about this, if at the end of the season it's Najee getting 100% of the carries and Jaylen Warren, whether injury excluded, but Jaylen Warren just doesn't get to play for some reason, if he's not really competing with Najee for snaps, then maybe I'm wrong and I'll take it. But I think we're going to be switching the running backs out, and it's going to be a legit 1-2 punch. And I think Najee is going, because he's the stronger, more physical back. I think, of course, he'll get more, and listed RB1. He'll get more snaps, but I think it's gonna be like 20-10, or 25-15 if we can run that much. I think it's gonna be like that. I think Jaylen Warren is going to have a very, very big piece of this offense. And going into the season next year, we're going so far ahead, but going into the season next year, hey man, I think that spot's up for grabs. I don't know though. You know, it is a duo, and I keep saying it's a duo. But I don't know, man. I'm a big Jaylen Warren fan. Not to say I hate Naj, not to say that we got to get rid of Naj. But I think our offense just plays very good with Jaylen Warren. However, let me stop with the Jaylen Warren praise because this is about both of them. I think Naj will be great too. I also think the addition of Isaac Semaleo, I think the addition of Darnell Washington, Roderick Jones isn't starting yet, but Dan Moore will get, he's doing his thing. We're building on the line, and I think this year the line is at its best since Naj has sniffed the NFL. Like our line is miles ahead of what it once was, and you couple that with maybe a more explosive passing game because of the boy Matt Canada. You couple that with Jaylen Warren running the lights off. You couple that with Kenny Pickett just being a guy. I think Naj is gonna freaking do his thing too. I think Naj is gonna break out. I think he'll have the over 4 point whatever. I think over 4 yards carrying per carry, because that's been like a huge thing with like that's how everybody kills him, is they look at his average yards per carry or whatever the stats called, and it hasn't been good. But I think this year we'll break that. And to be honest, I just thought of this like just now, like on the fly. It's not about me hating Naj, all right? It's about me loving Jaylen Warren. That's really the main point. Like Jaylen Warren, it was just one of those things where I see number 30 out there and I was like, is that James Conner? And I was like, wait, no, James Conner left. That's Jaylen Warren. Like, it's a new guy. And like, I'm telling you, if you saw that 2022 preseason, man, he was flying. Anthony McFarland too. So shout out to Anthony McFarland in the running game too. All of our running backs. Shout out to our running game. I really think that's going to take off. So I mentioned this, of course, a little earlier. But the next thing I'm very excited for is year 2 of Kenny Pickett, because we got his stats right here. As we know, the stats on paper just don't look the greatest. But we know we ended the season way better than we started it. We know game log. Okay, fuck me. We know we ended the season way better than what we started. And these 9 interceptions, I want to say like 7 of them came in the first 2 or 3 starts. So like, it isn't that crazy. The 7 touchdowns is horrible, and we really need to see more. We go back to Matt Canada, Mr. Head Coach candidate. Last season, this is what he was capable of with his rookie quarterback. So we'll see about that. However, I think Kenny will take a huge leap this year. So I'm going to stand on it too. I'm going to stand on this. I'm going to type it. Kenny Pickett will have, damn, I can't type. Kenny Pickett will have at least 30 TDs this year. Boom. 30 isn't that bad, man. We got the weapons. We got Freiermuth. We got Deontay. We got Pickens. We got Calvin Austin. And we got Steelers offensive coordinator Matt Canada, the head coach candidate, as our offensive coordinator. Kenny Pickett, in the most passing of passing leagues, how can you not get 30 touchdowns? The only way Kenny Pickett doesn't get 30 touchdowns this year is we refer back to number 2. Our running game will be legit and the best part of our team. And we're just touchdown running back merchants. We're just at the goal line in the red zone. We're running it the whole time. That is the only way, to me, Kenny Pickett doesn't find himself with at least 30 touchdowns this year. Maybe 30 is a little high, but we're trying to make some money here. 25 is probably the real line, but I'm going to say 30, a nice high number. I'm going to say 30. I mean, there's also, of course, if Matt Canada is actually just the worst. There's also, of course, if Kenny Pickett himself is the worst. And I know a lot of people are still having some question marks. I know a lot of people still aren't sure. To be honest, listen, to be honest, I'm not the surest, all right? I love Kenny, and it's amazing that this guy's here, and this guy plays very inspirationally, and watching him is like watching a feel-good family movie. It's like, oh, nice, That's what it's like watching Kenny Pickett. However, I don't know. I really don't know if this guy is going to be this elite level quarterback. We talked about maybe he will be. But I just don't know. But when has scared money ever made money? Hold on, let me get a gunshot for that, because I'm feeling that quote. When has scared money ever made money? So I'm going to stand on it. Kenny Pickett, 30 touchdowns. I'm going to stand on it even more. Kenny Pickett, more passing touchdowns than Deshaun Watson. Kenny Pickett, more passing. All right, I got it. Overall point, I didn't want to tell people Kenny Pickett is going to be this elite level quarterback and then he's not, you know? However, I really, really think he can do all the things necessary, right? And on top of that, he has the clutchest of clutch genes. I've seen it in college too. Like, it's not even just last season. Even in college, when we were down, when we needed a play to happen, Kenny Pickett, well, he just took it himself. Kenny Pickett, I refer back to Clemson in 2021, Pitt versus Clemson. Clemson was definitely, you know, falling off at that point, but they were still a pretty good, relevant-y team. And Kenny willed us to that victory. Kenny, if you've seen his jersey after the game, it looked like it looked like Any Given Sunday or something. Like, it was crazy. Kenny literally just put his head down and got it. We looked to the Raiders game, won that game. We looked to the second Ravens game, won that game. The ACC championship, he pulled out the fake slide. This is a guy who pulls out a fake slide, like, because he just had, what is it, intangibles? Is that what that is? Moxie, is that what that is? Cheating, is that what that is? We won't talk about that. But you know what I mean? All those words, like, someone to think of that on the fly, a fake slide to get a touchdown, like, I don't know, man. There's a word for that. There definitely is a word for that, and that's our quarterback. And so I really think with coupling the I don't want to say average, but you know, the standard arm, I guess, the standard arm strength, the standard ability to make passes. Like, I don't think he's excelling over people, but I also don't think he's like that far behind people as well. Like, I think he has the averagest of you know, arms and passing abilities, right? But he is the clutchest of the clutch. Like, I think top 10 clutch right now, top 5 clutch quarterback right now. I'll stand on that. Yeah, I'll say it. And so you couple both of those things with plethora of weapons. You couple those things with Matt Canada, you know, head coach candidate. You couple that with our running game is going to be legit. And I think Kenny Pickett has a big year. 30 touchdowns, take it or leave it. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, I've said it numerous times, but the last thing is the goal, the standard this year, and any year until it happens. I mean, it's a Super Bowl. We know that. But the standard is the playoffs, and it's not enough to make the playoffs anymore. Kenny Pickett, maybe because we have a rookie or second-year quarterback and a young team, maybe you can say, okay, playoff berth, cool. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the playoff berth and one and done. We need a playoff win. And so, with that said, I'm going to kind of caveat this. If we make the playoffs and we're not playing the fucking 0-1 Chiefs at this point, Chiefs. If we're not playing like a juggernaut, and the context isn't we squeezed our way in after being horrible, but then Mike Tomlin effect and we win the last 4 or 5 games. Like, if it's that and we just get stomped, then it's like, okay, that was supposed to happen, right? But if we get in with, like, let's say maybe even we win our division, but if we get in as like a relevant-y team, if we get in as a team that's been good all year, and which I think we will be because of our schedule, because of our improvements, if we get in as a team that has been good all year, and we get not the craziest matchup, like, I like us against, I don't want to say the Chiefs because they just keep beating us in the playoffs, so I won't say them, but I like us against Jacksonville. I like us against the Bills. Like, not to say we're going to win that game, but I don't think it, like, I think we got a chance against the Bills, to be honest. Maybe even more, but I'll leave it there. So I think we got a chance against the Bills. I mentioned the Jaguars. I think we got a chance against every team in our division. So there's all 3 of those teams. What other divisions are the AFC? Like the Dolphins. Like, I think we should have beat the Dolphins last year. So I think we got a chance against them. The Jets, like, I mean, maybe, but we should have won that game too. You know, they have Aaron Rodgers now, so it is what it is. But just to say, I like our chances. Like, I don't think we're just going to get steamrolled. I don't think it's just going to be a blowout. And if we go into the playoffs with some real momentum, if we go into the playoffs with the thinking in our mind that we can win this game. Ben's last year too, come on. Like, we knew. If we can go into the playoffs with different feelings, I like our chances. So with all that said, I think it'll do it for this video. If you guys have any predictions, final thoughts, final takes, Be sure to leave them in the comments. And then once the season is over, whether it's, we don't make the playoffs, whether it's we win the Super Bowl, whenever the Steelers have finished their last game, I'm going to come back to this video and I'm going to see, was I spitting? Was I not spitting? Was I wrong? Was Matt Canada being good? Like just not even close to happening? Or is this the beginning of Matt Canada coming back from the dead? Let me know, guys. Anyways, like I said, that's going to do it. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share it with your friends, check out the page on some other platforms. We got a TikTok now. And lastly, I almost forgot about this. I almost forgot about this, right? But ASCENT Sports, go to this YouTube page. Go to this YouTube page if you're still here. Brendan, stop yelling at me. Go to this YouTube page. I'm up. Wow, I'm over here now a lot. We've done so many videos, to be honest, in like the past month. So honestly, that's where a lot of my time has been recently. So if you're a fan of just the NFL as a whole, make sure you check out this channel. The link will be in the description as well. Otherwise, that is going to do it for me. Peace out, guys. Go Steelers. See you after week 1, man. See you on the other side.